Here's everything that you need to know about the Jam Jamboree in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It starts on September 10th and lasts for 14 days, so until the 24th. You can get a maximum of 5 jam jars per day. And you need 41 jams to get everything, so that is 9 days. So if you play 9 days out of the 14th, you can get all the furniture, and you need to at least log in for 11 days to get everything in the login bonus. So in the login bonus, on day 1, you get the Sky Jamboree overall, but there's 11 and you can dye them in 11 different colors. On day 3, you get the Jam Jamboree dress. On day 5, you get the Sky Jam Jamboree straw hat. On day 7, you get the Strawberry Jamboree bonnet. On day 9th, you get the Strawberry Jamboree bow. And that's your 5 pieces of clothing. And you can dye them in all the colors if you want. The event stand is a little bit lower to the normal one to the beach, where the secondary events usually happen. So you can get the jam barrel for 2 jam jars. You can get the Jamboree bench for 5 jam jars. The Jamboree berry bucket for 1 jam jar. The Jamboree crate display for 3 jam jars. The Jam Jamboree event stand for 5 jam jars. The Jamboree spool table for 5 jam jars. The Jamboree jam spool table for 5 jam jars. The Jamboree wagon for 10 jam jars, which is the cutest item in my opinion. And the Jam Jamboree wallpaper for 5 jam jars. Don't forget to bring Tuxedo with you to exchange that for a chance for a duplicate. Now, how do you get your jam jars? You need to play the minigames. There's no new minigames. There's only the 6 current minigames that we are used to. And you can play 5 rounds each day. But it does not have to be different games. It could be 5 of the same game. So you can do, for example, 5 times the sea pony racing game, and you don't even have to do a lot. And you don't even have to win the game to get the jam jar. You just have to play it. And if you win it, you also have the chance of winning the best prize in this game. But to just get the jam jars for the event, you just have to play it. And don't forget that you can get 1 free play with Batsmaru each day if you bring him to save 1 game tickets. The games are Bogging for Apples in the Swamp, Gem Match in the Gemstone Mountain, Red Hot Rampage in Mount Hot Head, the Sea Pony Racing in the Rainbow Reef, the Rockodilo Roundup in Gemstone Mountain, and the Crane Craze in the Merry Meadow. Don't forget that you cannot trade the jam jars, and the island bouquets won't work because it's actually not something on the ground. And during the Jam Jamboree, there's another very cool thing. It's a new event flower. It's the Petunia, and this time it's only available in the Merry Meadow. So you do not have them in other biomes than the Merry Meadow, and they will randomly spawn where you have space. Before today, I did not make any extra space than what I had already for my spawns, and I got 11. And Planet Moonstar mentioned that they got 15, so it really depends if you have a lot of space or not. And the only color is magenta. And as of today, we don't know what the pattern will look like. So it will be a surprise. But already I can tell you what you can do with this. If it's an early stage of the flower, when you trowel it, you might destroy it because you cannot turn it into a seed. So that means that sometimes you need to water it first or need to wait an extra days. But most of mine were actually fully grown, but it depends on you. So you might have to wait another day to move them. Once you can move them, the things that you can do with these flowers is transfer the colors to them, so you have all the colors, try to get its pattern, and then try to transfer other pattern to this. But this event is only 2 weeks long, so you probably won't have the time to do them all. So I actually decided to dedicate my whole greenhouse to 4 merry-go-rounds of those, and I planted 1 magenta petunia in the middle and pattern flowers all around to try to transfer the color. And that in 2 weeks it might be possible if you really do it actively. It's because it's an event flower that is during the event. During those 2 weeks, you can do that outside of the greenhouse, but it might take longer because in the greenhouse you have guaranteed spawns in all the locations. So that's why I decided to go there. But, for example, you do not need to be inside of the greenhouse to develop the pattern. And to develop a pattern for these flowers, you just need to fertilize them. So I planted all the rest that I had outside and just fertilized. I mean, when you plant them on the first day, you don't have to fertilize. So once you have those pattern flowers, you can use them to transfer this new pattern that we don't know what it is to other flowers. But because the other flowers will need to spawn, you don't need to rush to do that during the event. And now, to transfer the other flowers pattern to these ones, you can do that inside of the greenhouse or outside, but it will take a long time. So get ready to maybe do that in a second time after the event ends in your greenhouse, for example. Probably this flower will get all the current patterns. I think it would work well with speckled trim and ombre. So if you want to transfer all these 3 patterns times 27, that is a lot. So probably you won't have the time to do that in those 2 weeks. But just so you know, this is what you can do with this new flower. So I hope that you're excited about this new event. And good luck and show me what you got. And if you missed the live stream where I did everything, click on it to watch it. Bye bye.